Hey everyone, welcome back to I'm No Expert, but Finance, the channel where we break down some of the biggest stories and hype stocks in the market, but without pretending we have all the answers. Today, we're diving into a company that's been one of the most talked about, controversial, and maybe even misunderstood tech firms of the last decade, Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. You've probably heard the name around the meme stock world, the AI craze, or government contracting headlines. But if you just think Palantir is some overhyped spy software company or a meme stock like AMC, you might be missing the bigger picture. Because over the last few weeks, Palantir has quietly landed not one, not two, but three huge deals that could change its trajectory for years to come. First, they won a major contract to build a federal civilian data platform tying together millions of Americans' private records from healthcare to housing to education. Second, Palantir forged a global partnership with Bain Company, one of the world's biggest consulting firms, to deliver AI transformations to top companies worldwide. And third, they signed a deal with Fannie Mae, the massive U.S. mortgage finance giant, to help overhaul and analyze their mortgage portfolio using AI. So, what's really going on here? Is Palantir finally moving past the hype to become the backbone of AI and data for governments and industries? Or is this just another pump in the AI frenzy? I'm no expert, but let's take a deep dive and unpack everything you need to know. To understand why Palantir is so interesting, we have to start at the beginning, and that means the company's co-founder and CEO, Alex Karp. Karp is not your typical Silicon Valley CEO. He's often described as enigmatic, bold, and sometimes even controversial. Unlike flashy tech founders who chase the spotlight, Karp is a philosophy graduate who earned his PhD in social theory. He's known for thinking deeply about the implications of technology and power. He once said Palantir was built for dangerous times, and that it aims to be the kind of tech that governs complexity, helping organizations sift through chaos to make decisions. Palantir was founded in 2003 by Karp and his co-founders, including Peter Thiel, yes, the same Peter Thiel who co-founded PayPal and famously invested early in Facebook. The company's original goal was to build software that could help intelligence agencies like the CIA and FBI detect terrorist threats by integrating massive, disparate data sources into one system. The name Palantir comes from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, those magical seeing stones that could peer across great distances to reveal hidden things. A fitting metaphor for software that promises to make hidden patterns in big data visible. For years, Palantir's primary customers were government agencies, especially in defense and intelligence. This focus gave them steady, long-term contracts, but it also made Palantir a somewhat secretive and controversial company. Critics accused them of enabling mass surveillance, while supporters saw them as crucial defenders of national security. But what does Palantir's software really do? At its core, Palantir builds platforms that allow users to collect, integrate, visualize, and analyze huge volumes of data from multiple sources in real time. Their two main commercial products are Palantir Gotham, primarily used by government agencies for intelligence and defense, allowing analysts to uncover connections in complex data sets like terrorism networks. Palantir Foundry, designed for enterprises. Foundry helps businesses break down data silos and make better decisions by connecting everything from supply chains to customer behavior. More recently, Palantir introduced an artificial intelligence platform, a software layer, that integrates AI into these workflows, enabling automated insights and decision-making. Think of Palantir's platforms like supercharged versions of Excel or Tableau, but designed for huge organizations with massive data needs and high stakes. Instead of simple spreadsheets, Palantir users work with integrated data lakes, AI-driven modeling, and real-time dashboards, all under one roof. Now, the first big recent headline that got the market buzzing is Palantir's new contract with the U.S. government to build a federal civilian data platform. According to a report from the Economic Times, this project aims to tie together millions of Americans' private records from healthcare, housing, education, and more into one centralized, integrated system. What does this mean? Right now, Different government agencies often have their own data systems that don't talk to each other well. For example, the Department of Housing might have one set of records, while Health and Human Services have another, and the Department of Education yet another. Palantir's platform aims to break down these silos, creating a unified data infrastructure that allows agencies to share insights and coordinate more efficiently. Imagine a scenario where disaster relief, healthcare, and housing agencies could instantly share data to better respond to a crisis like a hurricane or a public health emergency. This is a massive step toward modernizing government IT, which historically has been slow, siloed, and inefficient. It also means Palantir's technology will be at the heart of how millions of Americans' personal information is managed and analyzed, raising big questions about privacy, security, and governance. The government's decision to choose Palantir for this contract signals deep trust in the company's ability to handle sensitive data at scale, but it also puts Palantir under the microscope for privacy advocates and regulators. Financially, this kind of contract usually means long-term recurring revenue, exactly what investors like to see from enterprise software companies. Next up, Palantir's new partnership with Bain Company, a major global consulting firm known for working with Fortune 500 companies on business strategy and digital transformation. Bain announced that it will integrate Palantir's AI software directly into its consulting services, helping its clients deploy end-to-end AI transformations. This is huge. Why? Because Bain has thousands of clients around the world, big banks, manufacturers, healthcare companies, retailers, all of whom want to implement AI to optimize operations, forecast demand, improve supply chains, and more. By partnering with Bain, Palantir gains a massive distribution channel for its AI platform. Consultants sell transformation strategies to clients, and now those strategies will be powered by Palantir software. In other words, Bain brings the clients, and Palantir provides the AI tools. This could help Palantir's technology reach a much broader range of industries, moving beyond government contracts and into the core of corporate decision-making. It also signals that Palantir's AI platform is maturing enough to be used as a standard toolkit for enterprise AI, not just niche government applications. The potential revenue boost from this partnership could be massive, as Bain's clients invest millions to modernize their data and AI infrastructure. Finally, there's the deal with Fannie Mae, one of the most powerful players in the U.S. housing finance system. Fannie Mae backs trillions of dollars in mortgage loans, providing liquidity to the housing market and helping millions of Americans buy homes. Palantir was hired to help Fannie Mae use AI and data integration to better manage its mortgage portfolios, improve risk assessment, and optimize operations. Why is this so important? Housing finance data is notoriously complex, siloed, and difficult to analyze. By applying Palantir's AI platform, Fannie Mae aims to get a clearer picture of mortgage risks, borrower behavior, and market trends, helping it make better lending decisions and reduce financial risk. This deal is also a clear sign that Palantir's reach is expanding beyond government and consulting into the financial services sector, which is huge. If Palantir can prove it adds value to a giant like Fannie Mae, that could open doors to partnerships with banks, insurers, and other financial institutions. It's another example of how Palantir is becoming an essential player in managing complex data-driven operations at scale. Right, let's talk money. Palantir's business model is mostly software as a service, SaaS, selling subscriptions to its data platforms. What makes it special? High switching costs. Once agencies or companies integrate Palantir's platforms deeply into their operations, switching is expensive and disruptive. This creates sticky, recurring revenue. Long-term government contracts. Palantir's government deals often span years and generate steady income. High margins. Software typically has gross margins above 70%, and Palantir is trending towards consistent profitability. In recent years, Palantir has been transitioning from a heavy government reliance to a more balanced portfolio, including commercial clients, with revenue growing over 30% year over year. Still, the company trades at a high multiple compared to earnings, reflecting growth expectations but also market skepticism. So why are investors so excited about Palantir right now? 1. AI infrastructure play. Palantir is positioning itself as the AI operating system for governments and corporations, integrating data and automating decisions. 2. Diverse customer base. With the government deal, Bain partnership, and Fannie Mae contract, Palantir covers defense, civilian government, consulting, finance, spreading risk. 3. Recurring revenue and profitability. The company is showing signs of sustainable profits, a rarity for AI-related tech firms. 4. Visionary leadership. Alex Karp's bold approach and long-term vision give investors confidence. 5. Expansion potential. Palantir is exploring healthcare, space, energy, all massive sectors hungry for AI. But it's not all sunshine. 1. High valuation. PLTR stock is expensive relative to current earnings, meaning growth has to be real and sustained. 2. Privacy and ethical concerns. Handling sensitive personal data at scale invites scrutiny and potential regulation. 3. Political and reputational risks. Palantir's government contracts, particularly in surveillance, make it controversial. 4. Competition. Giants like Microsoft, Google, and AWS are also pushing AI platforms for enterprises. 5. Execution risk. Partnerships like Bain and Fannie Mae need to turn into meaningful revenue, not just announcements. So, I'm no expert, but here's what I think. Palantir is no longer just a hype stock or niche government contractor. It's quietly building some of the most critical AI and data infrastructure for the U.S. government and big business. The federal civilian data platform deal alone is huge. Tying together millions of Americans' private records means Palantir's software will be at the heart of national policy and crisis response. The Bain partnership could be a game changer, opening doors to hundreds of billions in enterprise AI spend. And the Fannie Mae deal shows Palantir's expanding into financial services, a sector with immense scale and data complexity. That said, the risks are real. The stock is still expensive. Privacy issues loom large, and the company needs to prove it can convert these partnerships into lasting revenue. If you believe AI is the future of enterprise software, and that governments and corporations will pay top dollar for trusted AI infrastructure, then Palantir is a name to watch closely. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Are you bullish or bearish on Palantir? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, I'm no expert, but I'm here to help you make sense of the hype and the headlines. Catch you next time on I'm No Expert, but Finance.